All right, so to close off our show, we're bringing you what's new in Israeli theaters. Here with us is the music man himself, Michael Herman, who's here to talk to us about the latest English-speaking play right here in the Holy Land. Hi, Michael. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the Theater Logon? It's one of the only English-speaking theaters here in Israel, right?
Yes. It's not really a theater. It's more of a group. It's a group of people. It started back in 1981 in Omer, in south, near Beersheba. A guy named Ed Spitz decided that, you know, him and his friends, his thespian friends, decided that there's not enough English theater in Israel. Back then, 37 years ago, there wasn't. So they started Gilbert and Sullivan musicals, like The Mikado and Pirates of Penzance.
Okay.
You know, and after they did a whole bunch of those for about 15, 16 years, they decided, it was very popular, they went into rubbing musicals, and they've been doing that ever since.
So we're here talking about your musical, Mr.
Yes.
Music Man.
I am the Music Man this time.
Yes.
This is my second year with Logon.
Okay.
And it's last year I did Annie. It was a
really?
great success. Yeah, I was Rooster.
I'm bummed
it was
I
great.
missed it, though.
I know. Why didn't you come?
Right? So why don't you tell us about the Music Man play now being, right? Now it's airing? Like now we can
it's
go
starting
see it?
February 14th.
Okay.
Is the opening night. The Music Man is a story about a traveling con man, Harold Hill. He goes from town to town trying to swindle people into thinking they need a kids band. You know, selling them uniforms and instruction books and instruments.
You need this. Like,
yes, you got to have it. There's a problem in this town that we have to fix, and a band will fix that problem. So on the train, on the way, he gets kind of coaxed into, maybe I'll stop in River City, Iowa, and see what happens. So now the Iowans there are very stubborn, and they give him the cold shoulder, because that's just the way they are back in 1912.
Okay.
But he doesn't care. This is a challenge for him. Now, along the way, he falls in love with the librarian. Of course, there has to be
a love interest.
Of course. And he gets to light the town. Now, the librarian sees right through him. She's one of these, you know,
She's smarter than him.
I'm going to look him up. I'm going to check the reference books. There's no Google back then, right?
Let me go through the books,
exactly,
the yellow pages.
Literally, the book. What page? So she checks his claims, realizes he's not all he's meant to be, but she sees and she realizes by the end that the excitement and the enjoyment that enjoyment, is that a word? No.
Yeah, we make words up here, that's fine.
That he brings to the town and the people, he breaks them out of their cold, you know, stubborn shells and changes them for the better. And I don't want to spoil the rest of the story. But
I don't want to spoil the rest.
The whole thing.
But this is a quick glimpse into what we can expect from the Music Man.
Yes, and lots of songs, of course. Lots of kids and adults together singing, harmonizing. It's
right.
wonderful.
So I was going to ask you about the actors. How difficult is it to find actors here in Israel that speak in English? How many actors are in this musical?
You know, so there are about 37 actors, and then backstage production and stage management, maybe 50 people in total.
Wow.
All English speakers, or some native Israelis as well.
Oh, okay.
It's a mix of old, young, Hebrew speakers, French, people from all over the world, really, that not necessarily know English. I mean, we have people who don't know any English, and yet they're in the play.
How does that work?
They learn the songs, they harmonize, they have lines that they learn verbatim, you know, in English, and they say them, and no one knows the difference. It's just, and it's more of just, it's more like a family than a community theater. Everyone knows each other year after year. I mean, it's our 37th year, I can say R now.
Hours.
I'm only 47, so no. But there are people who have been in it since the beginning. I mean, Ed has been in like every play.
So they are in the plays themselves?
Yes, yes, yes.
So what about you personally? How long have you been acting? How has this musical thing been a thing for you for a very long time?
Musical, no. But acting, I've always wanted to be an actor since I was like 10 years old. That was my first play. I did Mr. Scrooge, The Christmas Carol. But musical, I never thought I could sing. Even when I was 10, I couldn't sing. But somehow, last year, they'd said, okay, you're going to sing Easy Street, you know, Rooster. You're going to do this. And I did it. And they coached me. They have a coach. They have a choreographer. Everyone comes together and works together. And it's an amazing, it's a chug, really.
Yeah.
It's a 6-month chug. We start in September. We finish by the end of March. And then in the middle, we have, you know, like cast parties and get-togethers. And it really is an extended family.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So you guys are really working together, you said 6 months out of the year, on a specific musical or play or whatever it is that you guys are doing.
Yeah.
So when does The Music Man come out? When can people watch it? And until when? Just for our viewers coming to visit.
Right. So opening night is February 14th in Beersheba at the Mishkan Theater. And the last show is the 18th of March, also at the same theater. And in between, we go to Jerusalem, we go to Rehovot, we go to Haifa, Modi'in, 9 shows total. So
Right.
you can go to negativlightopera.com.
Okay.
Or you can go to tixwise.coil/musicman. Lots of options to buy tickets. It's
amazing.
a lot of fun.
So I'll definitely have to make my way down south and check out the Music Man himself. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Everyone that's in the area, make sure to check out the Music Man play. And for any visitors coming in the future, make a stop at the Logon Theater Group.